My name's Renee, and I am the creator of Chalkfish. This is our very first episode, and I'm going to give you a little rundown on who I am, what I plan to do, and then a little lesson for you. So, first of all, my name's Renee. I'm a kindergarten teacher in Kansas City, Missouri. I graduated from the University of Kansas with a bachelor's degree in Unified Early Childhood. I have taught kindergarten for 3 years now. I student taught in Kansas City, Kansas, Missouri, and I'm currently working on my master's degree in educational administration at UMKC. I am very passionate about education. I am very passionate about an equal education for all. I work in inner city, Kansas City, Missouri, and I notice year after year the excuses that our students are given because they are a lower socioeconomic status, or they are a minority, or they have a tougher home life, whatever else may have you. And the truth is I don't believe in any of those excuses. I believe that every child has the same capabilities to learn. And I know that every single parent that I have ever come in contact with, each one of them loves their children or their child more than anything, and it is their entire world. I also know that not everybody has the option or opportunity to go to college for 5 years, let alone study education for 5 years. I am good at growing kids because that is what my job is. That is what I went to go study in college. That is what I practice every single day. With the state of how education is currently in the nation, with things constantly being changed within it, new mandates being, put on teachers and everything else, I see this constant struggle to give our kids what they need. And the truth is that we need to stop holding back. Our parents are number one advocate in education. If our parents are reinforcing what we're doing at school at home, our kids are going to learn twice as fast. And the sad fact of it is that our parents don't always have what they need in order to help their children grow. And it's not their fault. You have a kid, nobody gives you a handbook on what to do. You don't know anything when you're a parent unless somebody tells you. You learn from your mom, you learn from your grandma, you learn from your dad, you learn from your grandpa, you learn from aunts and uncles, friends that give you advice on how to raise a child. It's not like it is ingrained in you of the exact way to grow a child. And do I know the perfect way and perfect formula to raise children? No. But I do know education, and I know what they need to know to have a great start. Hence what brings me to Chalkfish. I have all this knowledge inside of me of what I wish my kindergartners would come in with every single year. And yet I'm keeping it in my brain or sharing it with fellow teachers. I try to share it with the class of 20 kids and their families, but some slip through the cracks. What about the other kindergartners? What about outside of those 20 kids that are in my class? How are they getting this information? Sad fact is, not every teacher is willing to help families out like I am. And so I want to change that. I want to start a vlog that empowers parents, gives you the tools that you need in order to help your child get ready for school or to help them succeed within school. It's not crazy mad science. It's just what we learn in education, and I really want to share that with you guys. So that is why Chalkfish is being created, and I really hope you follow along. Every week I'm going to add a new topic, and if you have topics that you're interested in or would like to know more in, please message me or comment, and I will hopefully put those in. I want to help parents, and I want them to have strength in their child's education, because at the end of the day, you're the one that gets to make that decision for your child, and I know that you want the best possible for your child, so I just want to help you. Meanwhile, while our nation figures out education or tries to, we're going to keep doing our thing. And hopefully parents can start advocating for themselves what they want in their child's school as well as what they want for their child's education. So I'm going to step off my soapbox with that, and I'm going to just jump right into our very first lesson. Alright, very first lesson. And sorry for the informalness of this video. As I said, this is my first one. I have ideas of things I want to do. They will get there. I just really want to start making these videos to start getting your wheels turning. So, first lesson, ABCs. We all know them. We all love them. We use them every single day. So, how do you get your kid to know them? I constantly hear parents say, oh, my kid knew their ABCs at 2 years old. And I think, that's great. I mean, totally plausible and great. But then I find out that they are only reciting the ABCs in a song. Also, good, but not ideal. If you want your child to know their ABCs, you have to correspond the letter with the song. So, when you are singing the ABCs, they're also pointing to the ABCs. So they're saying A, B, C, D, E, and so on. That way they're noticing that every time that word comes out of their mouth, that means something. Every time I say A, it means a letter A. Normally I feel like I should draw this up here, but, lack of preparation, I guess, resources. Anyway, you want them to correlate that with a letter. Because the sooner they actually learn their letters and are able to recognize them out in the world, the sooner they're going to have an understanding of literacy or reading, writing. So, again, get a pencil on your kids' fingers. Just have them start writing their ABCs. Work with them on it. When you think they know their letters, and they're able to recognize them out in public or out wherever you are, in a book, whatever. Oh, look, that's the letter A. Oh, look, that's the letter M. Even when you're driving, like, oh, S-T-O-P, that spells stop. For them to understand and realize that words and letters are all around them, that will help start building that literacy piece that we really, really, really need in kindergarten, because that's when they're going to start learning how to read. So once they know their letters and can recognize those letters as themselves, you need to start working on letter sounds. Letter sounds are imperative to your child's reading. When you start to read, you are sounding out the letters to make a word. For instance, CVC words, or consonant, vowel, consonant words, are symbol words that are usually the sounds that come with them. Man, m-an, M-A-N, m-a-n, man. You break it up, and then you blend it together. The thing I was doing on my arm is we do we do beginning, middle, and end sounds. So, m-a-n, m-an, m-an, man. Just like that. You start breaking up those words, you start pulling them apart, and then you start putting them back together. And when kids understand that those sounds correlate into words, that is when they start reading. That is when they start sounding things out. And yes, there are sight words or tricky words or words that don't make sense, like the. If you sound out the, it's tahe. Tahe is not a word, it is the, and that is thanks to the English language that it does not make sense. But besides those words, always encourage your kids to sound out words. I use YouTube as a huge resource for my kiddos. We always do Jolly Phonics, and I hope it's okay that I'm saying that because I'm giving a shout out to Jolly Phonics. You just YouTube Jolly Phonics, and it's all the letters with a song. So like A is ants on my arm, and it has emotion with every single letter as well as every single sound. That way they're practicing their letter, they're practicing the sound, and they're practicing the song that goes with it, which makes it more concrete with an actual movement, and every single letter has a movement. They also do blends, and every blend has a movement that goes with it as well. So I think it's a really good program because it's getting your kinesthetic learners, your ones that need to move. It's getting your audio learners your ones that need to hear it, and just getting your visual learners are the ones that need to see it because they're watching it on YouTube. Again, if you YouTube search any letter, sound, song, or even letters, tons of resources out there. My kids already at age 5 know to use YouTube as a resource, and they do great with it. I mean, tons of things are out there on the internet today. So just find what your kid likes, find what you like, find something that works for you, and really make letters important. You can start it, I mean, as soon as they're born, really, you can start pointing out those letters, saying your ABCs, correlating the letter to the sound, to what the letter actually looks like. All of those things are going to immensely help your kids be better readers, be better writers, and learn faster in school. The better they come in prepared for kindergarten, the more they're going to get out of kindergarten. And that is just from my perspective. So I feel like this has already been a little long and you've heard me ramble for a while. So I'm going to let you go. If you have questions or comments, please contact me. Otherwise, I will see you next week for another lesson on math. Thanks for watching, guys. And again, leave me your comments. Let me know what you want to hear about, what you want to learn about. I am here to help you help your children, and I really do think that that can make a better world for us all. Over and out. Chalkfish.